Hey guys, so you got 4 Phillips in here. It looks like just 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm guessing at that point this thing's going to come down, or at least the cover will for it. So me being by myself here, I don't have anybody else to help me hold it. I've undone that where the electrical cord goes. I put up all this wire. Like when I redid the ceiling or the sideboards, I had to pull all this down and redo both sideboards. So it's got LED lights and all this other stuff. But so anyhow, I've undone all that because I might have to catch this thing. So I would like to prop this up where you guys can see it. I'm trying to find a way that you guys can see it. It's gonna be a little difficult. Let me see here. I'm checking now. I'm trying to keep my phone in its case and still keep it where you guys can see what's going on. Alright. About there, is that? There we go. Now I know I'm going to be in the way some, but I got to have both hands here, so just try to understand. So we're going to undo all 4 of these screws here. See if this one will get it. There we go. Now I know there's, yeah, see, there we go. And I know there's wiring harnesses for this thing, so I gotta definitely not let it strain those, because at that point, once it strains those, I could script my wiring to my AC unit, and then I'll be doing a video on how to replace the whole AC unit. So, okay, because you got your controls here for fan speed and stuff. I need to get under this thing a little bit better, and I'm straddling my bathroom wall that I put on, so. Okay, so here we go. Last screw. Alright. Let's see what's going to come down. Here we go. Alright. So that's just the cover. Okay. Take the cover off, set that here for now. Now I got to figure out what... Ah, here's the bolts. This is going to be the bolts for the actual unit. So, here we go. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bolts for this unit. And I'm sure that there's going to be some plugs under here too when I undo them. So there's got to be wire connectors and stuff. So what I'm going to do is, I think it's probably best now for me to undo that plug. I just got to, I've only done it once before, but I need to keep track of where everything goes with it. That's going to be really important. So keeping my screws separated, keeping track of everything. Let me move over here to see what we got to do. It's hot in here, man. It's like 90 degrees in Maryland. 80s, 90s. So you know, being in a pop-up with no windows open, no AC, I'm sweating. But so over there is where I got to go next. There should be some screws in the side I can basically, and you know, undo, and that'll release my wires from that part, because this whole unit's gonna have to come out, and I'm gonna have to keep it out of the weather. I don't think this thing's gonna get done this weekend. I mean, tomorrow's the 4th of July, but if I get rolling, I can get the skin cut off and get the awning rails off. Who knows? I mean, I'm not against getting it done this weekend. I really want to get the camper back out. We're missing good camping, you know, time right now in July, but I want to have her back together by August. I mean, you know, being that I work full-time down in DC, so getting home at 7 at night, it's hard to do anything. But all this has got to come off anyways, even just to replace the gasket. We don't know where the leak was coming from. It was leaking so bad I had to put a hole up under where this door was, and we were catching it with buckets. It was hitting out of this stream. So my guess is, because the roof is so bowed and sagged, I think basically it was getting in there and going to the low point and, you know, just leaking down. But I figure if we're going to do the gasket, we might as well reskin the roof. I mean, if you're going to do it right. I've already rebuilt the sideboards, rebuilt the front, the back corners of this thing, the front doorway of this thing. I have tons of pictures. I mean, I love the camper, the 2000 Rockwood 2516G. I mean, for my wife and my son and I, it has all the amenities you need as far as like heat, air. You got a shower, toilet combo. I'll do a walkthrough once we're done and we got the new roof on. But I'll tell you the truth, man. I bought it from Chesaco RV, and they did a really shoddy job. I hate to throw shade at anybody, but I wouldn't buy another camper from there again. I mean, they knew the roof boards were leaking because they cut out where the lift posts go, because your lift posts go here. And they knew that my sideboards were leaking because, and the sideboards were rotted. They knew that the roof was leaking, the sideboards were rotted. And I have pictures because they only cut out where the lift post goes and put in a piece of, you know, composite PVC, or composite board, you know, the PVC board. Really sucked because we spent $4,000 on this thing back then. My son, at that time, it was 5 years ago. We spent $4,000 on it thinking we were getting a good camper with an AC. I mean, and I'd bought a camper from them before, but the repair work was shoddy. So I ended up taking the whole roof apart and doing both sideboards in the composite lumber. I rebuilt the back end. It was so rotted and the fiberglass snapped. That's all composite back there. The back sideboard, the two front sideboards, and the two front corners that I had to piece in. So, I mean, really, there's not much structurally except for my cross beams that are wooden. I'm going to check them out. That can really rot if this thing leaks again. If it leaked again, the sideboards and stuff. But I wouldn't buy another RV from Chesaco ever again. I mean, they didn't even want to. We had it 2 weeks and the storage box leaked. The storage box leaked and it went back to them. We bought it in May. It's like sometime near the end of May that year. Storage box leaked. The front corners were soggy. We had 90-day warranty, which it was under. We took it back to them. They had it all the way through. It was the same year Hurricane Irene hit. We had it all the way through where basically they had it all the way past where Hurricane Irene hit, which was November. I mean, it was near September or something like that, or November, before we got the camper back. I mean, we you know, and then they didn't even want to pay for, like, cover the storage box leaking or replace it. I mean, they had to. Eventually, I threatened legal action, but I definitely wouldn't go. If you're in Maryland, you're going to buy an RV, don't. I got a new saying, say no to Chesaco, because their used RV fleet is terrible. I mean, it's just the work they do and everything is terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end this video here real quick. I'll go ahead and try to undo this wire real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. Put these screws down here so I don't lose them. Sorry to be babbling on about that, but I mean, I don't want to see anybody else get stung with it. But for some reason, these Rockwoods, man, they seem to always, when they leak, they leak. I've talked to a couple other owners on Popup sites that have got the 2516G, and they've all had the same similar symptoms. The floorboards rotting out and stuff. But I mean, as far as the actual camper, the features and stuff, it's great. I mean, 2 king beds or 2 queen beds and a full bed. I mean, AC, toilet, shower combo. How do you beat that? I mean, you know, I know now they got the high walls and stuff, but I mean, we came from a little Coleman, which I loved. I'm not saying anything bad about Coleman. I love Coleman, but we came to that, from there to this. So, okay, you got to keep track of where these wires go on here. So your copper's there. I'm trying to get this thing to refocus for me. I should probably get some pictures too. There we go. Green. Last thing you want to do is mess your AC up. I'll tell you the truth, I don't even know if we can get this top one out, to be honest. Yeah, it's way up there. I might try to do this and set it down in the floor with the cord with it closed back up. That way I don't have to mess with it. I mean, it's got a pretty long run on it, so let's try that. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get sockets and everything, and to take that apart, and when I start doing that, I'll record back for you guys, okay? Again, you know, I hope this helps somebody as far as got to take their AC off. I'm just trying to show them step by step of the pop-up. I see a lot of guys doing it from the top of the roof of regular RVs, but there are pop-ups out there, and sometimes you either want to add or replace an AC unit. So hopefully this video will help somebody. I mean, along with fixing a roof. But okay, guys, I'm gonna stop this here and pause it or end it, and I'll pick back up with another video in a few. All right, see ya.